like utilized well.
I mean, they
He's
did make
set up.
him a Chinibyo.
Oh, oh, the plushie.
No, that's Chibi. Chinibyo is like fucking like. I'm gonna send you a
Shinibyo.
photo, and then you'll get it.
Shinibyo.
Sure as you haven't seen that anime.
I don't. What anime?
It's about like middle school syndrome when people think they're fucking like the most important thing in the world. And the anime is about this one girl. It's like, I hold the eye of darkness, and it's like, no, you're
What the
not.
fuck?
You're just 14 and annoying.
Okay. Oh, that's like another, right? No, that's something else. I'm thinking of a different anime that has an eye
I
patch
have
girl.
seen another.
But I know this. This has the girl that does the little finger spinny thing.
Yeah, Rika, whatever the fuck. But she's like, I am the fucking. I am the most important being in the world. And then Apollo becomes a fucking anime character.
Ooh. Wait, Apollo is in the anime?
No.
Oh,
Um,
dude,
give me a second.
you got me excited about this.
Just just this. And then
Oh,
her.
oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. Yeah, yeah, they did do that to him.
What even happened to Apollo?
The, damn, dude, where to even fucking start? Um,
Like,
well,
cause that's Dual
I
Destinies.
yeah, I don't want to spoil Dual Destinies for you.
I'm not gonna play Dual Destinies.
Okay. Um,
I don't want to
he
buy that
he
game.
like he gets caught in an explosion or something. There, I'm planning on replaying Dual Destinies at some point because I haven't played it since it came out. Um, but he like it's established in like the final case of that game that he had an astronaut friend who died, and then he died under strange circumstances, and so he's like, I gotta do this on my own. And then him investigating shit on his own led him to like getting smacked on the head, um, and he got hurt, like really hurt. His design goes back to the old one in Spirit of Justice. So it is just for Dual Destinies where he's an edgy little bastard.
Okay. Also, I found some fan art.
I love this. I love this guy. I love this fucking guy.
All right, you ready?
No.
All right.
What the fuck?
Hmm. What?
No, it's fine. Let's do it. No, it's fine. It's fine.
What?
Wait, actually, let me show you something cool.
I asked if you were ready, man.
Hold on. Let me show you something cool.
That's fine.
You want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Can I do it like this? I'll just send a picture. On the 3DS. Oh no, it's been back.
What the fuck is this?
Was it what?
More fan art.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, his arms are all bandaged up too.
I
I think he was caught in an explosion or something. Fuck, man, I haven't played Dual Destinies in a minute. I really need to.
Okay, here's a weird thing. Apollo looks like a grown adult in Dual Destinies.
Well, because he is.
But like I really like this like kind of still younger rendition.
Ooh. So yeah, they age him up a lot in Dual Destinies, like because he's an adult. But in Spirit of Justice, it seems like they design him to be younger again. But I'm a huge fan of this art, as edgy as it is. It's like I don't know, it's very cool.
Oh yeah, I am a fan.
On the 3DS, there's a little. You're about to like enter the game. This is Apollo Justice, and there's a little guy, old Apollo and Trucy. I really like it, and they spin around. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this.
Oh. All right, you ready?
But yeah, fucking at some point, I need to replay Dual Destinies and play Spirit of Justice for the first time because I hear that Spirit of Justice really does Apollo well.
I hope so.
Which I want that more than anything to see Apollo do shit good. But all right, yeah, fucking let's do this thing.
Huh? Mr. Wright's not here today.
He said his old foot injury was acting up.
When did he get a foot injury?
He fell off a bridge one time.
Oh. Yeah.
That'll do it.
An old injury. He was acting all smiles yesterday.
Yeah, he smiled when he said we'd be fine as long as you're there, Trucy.
I think he lied to you and me.
Yeah, I think he lies to both of us a lot.
Fine. Well, we'll be fine. Here comes the justice.
Gross. Don't call it the justice.
I started my voice training at 5 this morning.
Ooh, do some now. I want to see or hear.
Huh? Okay. My name is Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
Say with a little more gusto, Aiden. Say with a little more. It's vocal training.
I can't.
Built
People
it
are
out.
sleeping.
Okay, fine.
Hey man, if you want to do this like 12 sometime, I'll be down.
Fine.
You're fine. I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine.
That sounds more like self-mantra than voice training. What the fuck? I'm fine. You know what I'm... Oh, I think this might be this kid, yeah. I'm fine. You know what I'm saying?
Good morning.
Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care.
I'm Apollo.
G stands for Gapollo. You just hang loose and let those things go with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
No. Not really.
Oh, God.
Walkie, don't be running your mouth in here like that.
See, that's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Real G's keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen.
You've absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo.
It sounds like they're all voiced by the same dude. My worst fear is you realized. Trial starting and I still haven't had a real time to talk to my client. Also, I haven't read the autopsy report.
You might want to do that.
No.
You might want to do that, dude.
No.
Oh my god.
Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kata. Are you serious? Is this his name?
I've been in this game for 10 years.
You're
and
telling
I've
me.
dealt with a lot of shit. All right.
I thought
But
Luke at me was the
walkie-talkie?
worst, but Walkie Kataki.
Luke at me. God, I fucking love Luke at me.
Luke at me is a redditor.
He so is. Oh my god. Luke at. Give me your best Luke at me voice.
Oh God, man. I don't know if I can. The anime has such a really good voice for him.
I
At
always
least in the
imagined
dub.
him. I never saw the dub, or I never watched to the part where Luke Atney shows up. I always imagined him in the games to have like nasally, but also very like posh, which is very hard to do.
Just
Like,
like here, watch like the first few seconds. If that's the dub one, you should be.
Okay.
It's like the perfect like rich kid snob, but not like nasally. Like, oh yes, everything is elementary.
It's just a lot of him laughing.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's perfect. Holy shit.
Yes. Your memes are cringe, Ace Attorney.
You lie, Luke at me. You have the best memes of them all.
It's almost Christmas, you say. Cringe and not based at all.
Fuck off, Luke. Go back to your prison cell.
Nope. Alright.
Happy fucking holidays, you piece of shit.
Damn.
Ready to rock and roll, Air Judge. Is it heir or her judge?
Heir.
Heir?
I think, because it's German, right?
Yeah.
I think it's heir.
Hold on. I'm about to hear it. Oh god, no. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Yeah.
Heir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herr. It just means Mister.
Hair. Hair judge. Hair judge. Got it. Done. In the vocabulary. Ah, it's him, the guy from yesterday. He's the prosecutor?
Nice catch up.
Uh,
It's Mr. Gavin's brother.
Wink. Blows kiss. Joe's ass.
I just imagine Trucy's like, who is that to?
That is for you to find out.
Long time to see, Prosecutor Gavin. Are you taking a leave of absence?
You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say nen to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah?
I think that one is 9.
9?
Yeah, like 9.
Like, no? Okay, I get it, alright? 9! What did I say? Nen?
Yeah, 9 like fucking.
God. This ain't Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah. I mean, he could just be a Hunter x Hunter fan.
Dude, everyone... I'm a fucking Hunter x Hunter fan in a world of JoJo stands. Fuck. Whatever. Let's move
I
on.
see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might be distraught over that one trial.
Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss a day in court for the world. It's worth more than it's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, yeah? How could I pass up the chance to see the true strength of the little boy who bested my brother?
Huh?
Emphasis on little, you're very small. It was worth canceling a show or two.
Sad Apollo noises. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court.
Before that, I was thinking. Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious?
It is a court of law.
That has never stopped us before.
That is fair.
That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge.
They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom.
Ow! Octong, baby! Today we play it my way!
What's that noise?
It's my boombox!
This is bullshit. You get to bring the boombox, but I can't?
Sometimes you have to get it on up in order to get down. Prosecuting, what? You have to get, what? Yeah, I said it right. Fuck you.
This is crazy.
The victim, Hal Maractus, director of Maractus Clinic.
Maractus, okay.
How you like this fucking tune, peeps?
That do be pretty good.
Scene. People Park. He was found putting a noodle stand.
What in the world was a doctor doing pulling a noodle stand?
Yes, I believe. You will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it is an undeniable truth that he shot the victim.
What do you mean, undeniable?
If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair.
I don't want to look
His
at him.
crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see.
Very well.
Maybe you
Please admit this
fucking
witness to the court.
understand. Maybe, oh. Yeah, fucking brrrr-pa-pow. Chuka. 9. Not yet. First, there's a matter to be cleaned up. The doo-doo stains on the floor.
Could you talk without a... Sorry, could you talk without an accompaniment? Fuck. I can't talk today. Today's not
I
a good
swear
day.
I could see the guitar for a second.
Trucy, keep it in your pants.
I will not.
What is this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of Maractus Clinic?
Not so fast. The defendant doesn't have to explain anything.
Oh, but what if the defendant specifically requests to do so, as he did this morning? I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said.
What?
Oh.
God. What is right?
They always say that, on the stage, you should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly? Sounds like he's far more attractive than you are.
Why do you do this to me, Trucy?
I'm just speaking the truth, man. I thought this was a court. That's what we're supposed to do here.
Man, but you're meant to be on my side.
Oh, sorry.
I guess this is how Prosecutor Gavin felt.
The
Well, this is highly unusual, but the court will now hear from the defendant concerning the motive during his crime.
only thing I want to feel is Prosecutor Gavin. Sorry, whoa, it's getting hot in here. Whoa, what's going on?
Apollo, please tell your side piece to keep it in her pants.
Alright.
So, you are the son of the defendant, are you? Sorry. So you were the son are... No. Fuck. So you, son,
So
are
you,
the
son,
defendant.
are the defendant.
Walking,
yeah.
are you? God.
Ain't your son, old man. You got there eventually. I'm proud of you. You stepped to the Kit Kats. You best prepare to feel the crunch. You step to a public office. A public official, I mean, no, whatever. We're in a public office. You'd best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him. Wacky sure has guts.
Not that his guts that I'm worried about.
It's your guts.
God. Well then, the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant's motive. Oh, I hit it. The fucking... Alright. From the defendant himself.
I
did it.
Yeah, I did it.
I pissed my pants.
I'll tell you one thing. That doctor was a quacker?
Yeah.
Was he white? And he's just saying cracker with a fucking...
He's just a goose.
He's just... Oh my god, the fucking goose is back! It killed the goose! Someone had to show him what's what. I was in the clinic about a half year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he lets me go, without a word. See you later, bye! So I gotta go in, get another dog to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No OG's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad the other night. Know what I'm saying?
You're saying that you were one of the victim's patients.
A lot of stuff goes down when you're keeping it real on the street. True that. Tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Why'd you make me voice him?
Because I didn't want to do it.
God.
Very well. The defendant may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all this. Or the defense. Fuck. I'm so used.
Okay. I'll talk more.
God, no.
Why'd you do it? He's a piece of shit. Yeah, sounds good. Send him into jail, Judge.
Let's press that. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He is your family doctor.
I know the word quack very well. After all, I did defend a goose one time.
And then it turned out to be Phoenix Wright.
Who asked you, pointy locks? Just who do you think you are?
Your lawyer?
Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. I fucking heard him quack, dude.
I swear to God, I threw some bread on the ground and he ate it. He fucking ate it. Someone to show him what's what. We'll press that. Let's press everything.
Yeah.
By someone, you mean... Was there anyone with a sore... fuck. Was there anyone with a score to settle with the doctor besides you, I mean?
You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? Oh, sorry, I can't say Holmes. That's not allowed. Sholmes. Yeah. I made up my own mind and did what had to be done. Straight up gangster style.
But why are you so mad at this doctor?
Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man.
Do not call me that. I will throw you in jail.
stands for jack off, man.
So you were a patient at the Meritoclass I'm never gonna get that right.
Maractus.
The Maractus Clinic. About half a year ago. For what reason?
I had what you might call a mark of honor. Care to explain precisely what went wrong? Did a little run-in with the Rivali's family. That's when I pulled a jack move. I ran into an ambush. G busted a cap right in me. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting. And ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. Hey, I was more than a match for those guys.
You got shot. I don't think you were.
You should have seen the other guy. They were on the ground.
Laughing.
I mean, yeah.
So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from here. From there, fuck.
Apparently, he was shot in the heart, and you're to blame. Sorry, just a rock and roll persona got a hold of me again.
Oh god. Shot in the heart. He's still alive?
I can catch bullets between my teeth!
Oh, really? Let's test this out. Well, fuck.
Did he just fire a gun in the fucking courtroom? They never learned how to catch him with my heart. Bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. And ain't all that, Sholmes. Sorry. And then he just let me go without saying a word. Yeah, we know that.
Okay, we should probably read the fucking autopsy report.
Oh, should we?
Okay.
Brain resulting.
Right temple.
On the right side of his head.
That doesn't seem like a point blank. It seems like an up and close, like a surprise.
I mean,
well, like
did it
compared
say
to the
point
CG
blank?
that we saw.
Oh yeah.
Well, like compared to the CG that we saw of him getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's like, "Oh, I shot him." He was at a distance. I don't. Obviously, he didn't do it. No fucking way this dude even knows how to hold a gun, more or less kill a dude. The barrel points at me, right?
So how it works is I put it in my mouth, right? And then, well, I don't know what happens next, but I assume the guy falls over.
I learned this from Kurt Cobain. But yeah, I don't think this had to be like a surprise thing, because right temple is just really hard to hit if he's, I don't know, like.
Yeah, you'd have to turn his head. He'd have to like completely turn his head the other way.
Unless he's like, "Hey, look, a goose!" And he's like, "Oh," and just
dude,
turns.
the goose is gonna be fucking. The goose is gonna be the one behind all of this.
All right, so we'll press this too.
CG has the goose in it.
What do you mean he just let you go without a word?
What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what.
I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad.
It sounds as though Herr Doctor wanted to hide his mistake. That is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar, straight up. He's a badder G than me. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again.
Alright, well, who is this guy? So, this bullet is still...
You know it, I can still feel it. Right here in my chest, pressing up against my heart. Your words are like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles.
Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. Also, please send me one of those DVDs. Or CDs.
Hey, Judge! For you, baby? Absolutely. As long as we get that guilty verdict, you get any one of my singles free.
Aw, you know I'm just corrupt enough for that.
Word, J-Man! Weren't no accident, that's for shizzle.
Are you having a fun time?
No, not at all. I have to say shit like faux shizzle.
It seems that there were issues with the doctor.
Man, putting him down was like doing the world a favor.
Walkie, please consult your lawyer before saying shit like that.
Chin up, Apollo. Back straight.
No.
Posture check. Punches
Fuck
you in
you.
the back.
I'm not sitting in a chair. Why would you do this to me?
I also had to check my posture.
God.
Run home. Check your posture.
Okay.
Make sure to drink water.
Why did this mistake only come to light that day?
It was found during the family. Why is F capitalized? Whatever. During the family health checkup.
The family checkup?
That was the wackiest thing of all. All us G's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than to fade away, bizoy! A relief to hear. Oh my god. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you.
What?
Yes, Herr Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way! That's whacked! There's proof. Your checkup report.
Okay.
Time to read.
Man,
Are we not going to talk about how the defense has not one, but two pieces of women's undergarments in their case files?
I don't believe... I would like to prosecute and say that you have more than two on you.
Touche, Air Justice, touche.
Alright, so June 14th, metallic object. Okay. God. God, I hate this.
What do you
Man.
hate?
Walkie. Oh, man,
Yeah, he's kind of the worst.
The photo of him was like so adorable, and I was like, oh, he's...
It was so adorable.
And then he's like, then he spoke, and I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
I will say him and what's her name, the girl.
Yeah.
They do interact. Alita Battle Angel. They do show up later and they talk, and they're very cute together.
Okay, that's good.
Alone, he's just insufferable.
All right.
How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, now that the place is hopping, let's get this gig started.
So it started.
We've had enough of the warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear from the witness. Walkie sure is quiet all of a sudden.
I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Who the fuck?
So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Alright. You want to be this guy? Or should I be this guy?
I don't know.
Wesley Stickler.
Are you sure it's not Weasley?
I think it might be Weasley Stickler.
I guess I'll do it.
You don't have a lot of people here right now. You've
Yeah,
really
that's fair.
only got Apollo and the judge.
That's a
I've got
pretty good
3
amount.
people, now you've got 3 people.
Okay. I have no clue what the voice is, dude. My name
Go
is
for some-
Weasley Stickler.
Oh god.
By occupation, I take it that you refer to... I did...
Keep going!
I'm not pressing
We
anything.
must acknowledge the meaning of identity, which is commonly attached to the notion of occupation, and once had accepted this reality, we say that our confusion is not just that, the vagueness inherent in all representation of thought. By which... Holy shit. Whoa. By which he means to say that he is a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken.
I am an academic consort of the Knowledgement Gods. I don't know.
Whoa! Aiden, where did that come from?
I don't fucking know, man.
That's good. I love it.
Yes, in the Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with the curiosity of all things, I spend my days in pursuit of the truth, honing my...
There's Stickler. Please direct said curiosity to the case at hand today.
Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask quite simplistically what I saw, however, to understand that the Homo sapiens God, fucking damn it, dude.
Come on,
Calm
you got
down.
this, you got this.
I can't. He's too dumb.
No, he's too
smart.
He's
God.
absolutely... Dude, this guy
Dude understands Rick and Morty.
This guy waxes so poetically, you should call him fucking
That night,
Alex
I
Yee.
passed through the park on my way home, and that's when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. Ah, a tale as old as time is as told in the books of Ada. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the defendant. In his hand, he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed right at the man pulling the stand. A shot. The bullet hit the man. Sorry, fuck. It is hard to hear. The bullet hit the man pulling the stand front in the square that... Well, no, that's... No.
You got it, yeah.
Damn, Apollo's magic is literally me. Was there anyone else in the park at the time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there is not.
The pistol our witness refers to is this.
The court accepts this into the evidence. I would like to look at that. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may now cross-examine the witness.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Judge. I'm eating this
hold
pistol.
on. Yeah, let me look at this fucking pistol.
But you might want to read the description, too.
I also might want to dust this for shit for fingerprints.
Fascinating.
This do be a gun.
Of all the guns I've ever seen, this is definitely one of them.
There's usually an examine thing, so I could, like, examine something.
Check the front of the pistol. Check, like, the hole.
Oh, you're right. Whoa, don't point the thing at me!
Give me your money! Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. I have 2 pieces like this at home.
Oh, God.
Magic guns, at least. The ones that pigeons come out of.
It's just a normal-sized gun, and Juicy just shoves pigeon feathers in it. That's very, reassuring, Juicy.
One time I shot a goose out. Haven't seen that guy since.
I heard that
He had a real
like...
evil in his eye.
How do we dust for fingerprints again?
I don't know if you can in
Is
the
that just a
court.
prompt? That's bullshit.
Yeah, it might just be a prompt.
That's fucking dumb.
But also read what the gun says. Like read
Okay.
the description of it.
Woman of the crime scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped. Okay, well, at least now we know about the fingerprints, but 2 rounds were fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Trucy, why are you staring at the witness like that?
That man. I can't help but feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Oh, is he the panty stealer?
He's the guy.
This dude definitely
He's the
wears
killer.
women's panties.
He's the killer. He's the panty thief. He's the dog in the image.
That
He's the
night I
car.
passed through the park on my way home, shopping when I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing... I want to get the other one.
You want to get to the clear contradiction?
Yeah.
That's not it. That's not it.
This.
Okay.
Are you sure the pistol you saw is the same ones embedded into the evidence? I am sure. Surely you jest. Or a common witness to be tempted as such to say... Huh? Yet I am no common witness. I see not events as they are, but logical structures governing these events. My mind palace is vast, so first we must consider the fact that... God. I feel too... considering the pistol we caught in Object A is showed as in darkness, it must become difficult to say whether Object A was indeed Object A.
I think he means he couldn't see that clearly.
My bad for a normal witness. Yet, the fact that a pistol was fired before my eyes is indisputable. I can still see it when I close my eyes. The defendant raised his weapon. A shot. The bullet hit the bat. Alright. Press
Here it
this.
is. You want to press it? Okay.
Well, yeah, because I want to get more in case he does say something.
Okay.
Are you certain only one shot was fired? Yes, of course only one was asked. One was shot. Why do you ask? Aha, contradiction. Finally. Mr. Stickler, according to the evidence, the pistol was fired twice. A clear contradiction.
Good eyes, Herr Judge. You're cool. Real cool.
You really think so?
Yet, there's no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night.
Meaning...
This pistol came from the Kit Kat family mansion, yeah? Also, are we not gonna talk about how fucking... He's like, you're cool, Justice, and then Justice was like, you think so?
You.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. I just think Justice doesn't receive any compliments.
He really doesn't. Okay. Perhaps during another altercation.
He's got a point.
Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem.
He seems pretty confident about this testimony.
You always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere, Apollo. Find it.
Right. Better give that testimony another listen. Okay.
All right, you get to that part. I'm gonna be like right smacking back. I need to just get some water.
That's
Okay.
fine. All right.
1 second.
I'll wait for Sean.
Okay, I'm back.
Sick. I waited.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
You didn't tell him about like FNAF lore or anything?
Fuck.
You're just as much a fool as I.
Whew. If that's all of it, then I think I actually have a chance.
Is that you relaxing, I see, Hail Judge? Or Justice? Sorry, Judge.
No, objection. Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice.
Apollo, pace yourself. The trial's not over yet.
Yes, it is, once I shoot the judge.
Holy shit.
Right, look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report?
Apollo, if you
right.
try to shoot him, I'll shoot him too. We're in this together.
Thank you, Tracy. The problem would be the entry wound. The location. You testified that the killer shot the victim square in the forehead, did you not? Ah, I have already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. It is quite simple, really. First, understand that when I say square, I do not mean geometrically. What do I mean by this? For example, the direction meter of the... Wow, that's a lot of numbers. The wavelength... The krypton. What is known as the krypton particle is indivisible naked to the eye, which points to a basic fallacy in your line of reasoning, namely that, Mr. Justice...
This guy...
Yeah. Was your objection to these krypton particle things?
This is the big time, and you're obsessed with something so small? You disappoint me.
No, I'm not obsessed with some... fuck. There's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was... the right temple. The temple? Mr. Stakler, you said quite clearly that the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction, isn't it?
Wait, don't. Yeah! Woo!
So we
Alright.
can do it again? No, okay.
No, he's not. He only does it the one time.
Alright. Is that right? Finally.
Hair Justice. Oh, Hair Justice.
Yeah?
Your tactics are outdated. Trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles. God, I want a trifle. Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it?
Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to the testimony. Yuck.
Jesus Christ. Hey, Hair Forehead.
Forehead?
Let us imagine you're walking through a park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do, Herr Forehead?
Well, I guess I would try to stop them. I'd probably shout stop.
And you, Fräulein? Anything you want. I mean, me?
I'd kill someone.
I'd kill someone. I'd kill many people. I probably, I love that look. What would I do?
I'd probably shoot the killer.
I'd shoot them both.
No witnesses.
Scream, eek! And you, Herr Stickler? What would you shout, I wonder?
The victim turned his head at the moment. Ah, yes, thank you for jogging my memory. I don't believe you. No, fuck you. You remember everything. Suck my ass. It sounds like an addendum is required to the testimony.
Exit.
As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Cease this at once, you two, I cried, with composure. The victim turned his head to my voice, and God, I keep changing his voice a lot, but I'm not gonna stop.
It's okay.
And
I'm still trying to find an actual German accent for, fucking... What's his name? For Gavin.
Whereupon our cowardly killer and the defendant appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled the scene. I see. So you attempted to stop the crime. Indeed, with composure.
Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that.
That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately.
Let us consider the new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would.
Also, I already found the contradiction. If he fucking tossed the victim, if he tossed the gun aside, why is there no fingerprints on the gun?
There are fingerprints on the... Oh no, fingerprints have been wiped.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So...
Could have been wearing gloves.
But then there's no fingerprints on the gun. The fingerprints were wiped. That's a clear distinction.
Witness, Mr. Sickler, was it? Stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something of this nature. And then the victim responded by looking at the witness's direction. Vroom. If the killer were to have fired at just that moment, as we can see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report.
That does seem to be the case. Witness the power of Junior Ivy University Departments of Science. Very well, Mr. Justice. You may cross-examine the witness. As soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. I'll press that. So
I will press that, thank you very much.
You saw a raised pistol. Weren't you frightened? It can be said we students of Ivy know no fear. That's fair. College should be stressful. The moment I saw that pistol, my innocence of justice compelled me to take action. That certainly was brave of you. You might have gotten shot. Eh?
You certainly were lucky. If I were in the killer's shoes, I certainly wouldn't have left a witness behind.
Me too, to be honest.
Actually, looks like he had no idea he was in danger.
Regardless, I attempted to halt the bloodshed. Sister said, "Want you to," I cried with composure. I'm sorry, I don't believe that you were able to keep composure.
I will press X for doubt.
They were, of course. My high, exquisite... Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Apparently he's a high voice. My high, exquisite voice echoed throughout the park.
And the victim responded with that to that clarion call.
Quite. What's his first name again?
Weasley or something.
Oh yeah, Weasley. The victim turned in the direction and... Okay. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time the victim had turned? Indeed, I would say about the same time to be precise. No, fuck this dude. This dude is like the angle written down in this goddamn book, like, precisely. I don't want to hear this about bullshit that he's, like, spewing.
Oh.
What?
Come grab your charger, please.
Yeah. You sound dead.
Yeah, Jesus. Sorry, folks. Aiden had to step away for a second. So, basically, when someone dies, right? When someone gets, like, consumed by darkness, their heart becomes this creature called a heartless, which can be kind of confusing.
You're not doing this. You're not doing this.
Stick with me, right? Their heart
Not now,
becomes
Sean.
heartless, and their body.
Sean, I'm back. I've returned.
Oh shit! Hey, buddy. Hey, pal.
I've been here for a hot minute.
Oh, whoa! I didn't hear you there. I was a little distracted by something a little more important. But sorry, do you want to play the funny lawyer game?
I mean, I'm down to play more Amori, but okay.
There's no more Amori.
There's another route.
No, not anymore.
Okay, I guess it's fair.
We've seen them all.
I mean, it's not like the update comes out in, like, literally a few hours.
Does it actually?
Yeah, the 17th.
Ooh, nice.
Alright.
You have your physical copy yet?
No, it has to ship.
Damn.
But, the digital game update's for free.
Are you going to play that, like, are you going to play it right as you're able, or do you want to save it for when you have the console version?
I'm probably gonna wait until I have the console version.
It's probably the best idea. Alright, anyways.
Indeed, I would say about is the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't even have the time to take a single step.
I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him.
Don't say that too loud, Josie, please.
It's Stickler's fault!
Whereupon our cowardly killer and the defendant appeared to have become frightened. Alright. Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? He seemed quite surprised, especially considering it was he who had done the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed.
He simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. A common tale, but true.
Unfortunately, before I could take further action, tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the crime scene. Press that, because I think that's the contradiction.
Are you hearing the thunder and lightning that's going on right now?
No?
Thunder and lightning. Sorry, keep going.
Okay. You didn't try to apprehend the criminal? It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I didn't have the time.
Doesn't it something about that strike you as odd, Apollo? Don't you feel like you should be objecting to that or something? I don't know.
I know,
I'm
Tracy,
no lawyer.
I just gotta catch him in the fucking lie.
I'm just a dumb magician.
You definitely are.
Stupid. Hey, watch it, kid. I could disappear you right quick.
I can disappear your mom.
Well, joke's on you. She disappeared years ago.
Aw, so you admit you had a mom.
What?
Objection, Trucy. Anyway.
I'll shoot you. It's your mom. Yeah, all right. I'm sorry, man. I felt bad.
I'm sorry, Trucy. I don't ever want to do that again.
I took it too far. We both took it too far.
Okay. Just read the line.
All right. This guy's ass.
I will.
The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and then tossed it away.
According to the testimony, that's what happened, yeah.
In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find.
Find something... Find what?
I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go.
Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now?
All the time, Trucy.
I'm horribly
At least
depressed.
You're just like my daddy. At least the testimony's getting a little clearer.
She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Let me go over my evidence real quick. What was the other thing we found at the crime scene that we couldn't take because we had the mirror?
Those were the
flip-flops.
Flip-flop. But that wasn't at the scene of the crime. That was right outside the entrance.
Oh, I skipped it.
Ah, the classic move.
Okay.
Happens to the best of us.
Killer raised the pistol. I took action. Ceases once you two I cried with composure. The victim turned in the direction of my voice and shot rang out. Whereupon I covered the killer and the defendant were appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol, I said, "Hold on." Bam. Called it. Wait a second. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Another misleading request? Yet you're so beholden to your own discourse, you can't even see how it affects you. Come again? I will.
In
Wait a
English.
second, you will.
Sorry, do your thing.
Wait a second. Will you say a second? Are you intended to wait that single second or 16th of a minute? That is hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say 3 minutes 35 seconds, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. I am to understand you are objecting length to a second. Just look at the pistol. I like that. I like that pose.
That's a pretty good pose.
Just look at this
Stickler,
pistol.
your days are numbered.
He's just like, just look at this pistol. Points it at Stickler. It doesn't have any fingerprints on it. Except for mine.
Except for mine right now.
A common ploy made by all to mere common. Fuck. Made by all the mere common. I fear by the prevalence of the A common ploy made all the more common, I fear, by the prevalence of the television. Criminals these days loathe our fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran.
That's right. Didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints.
I'm ahead of this whole fucking case.
Ah, the little girl sticking it to the university student. There's a song in there.
And the federal case.
And the federal case. Like this one that we're in. I'm not little!
Polly's little.
Let's think like adults, shall we, Fräulein? Huh? What?
Hold on.
What if the killer...
Whoa. Give me...
What?
Give me a... Okay, alright. Okay.
Yeah, watch your fucking step, Gavin.
Yeah, wait, whoa.
Yeah, watch your fucking step, Gavin.
Yeah, I get
watch your step. You better not be treating this minor as an adult, you fucking rock star. We know what that lifestyle's like.
Oh, God.
You piece of shit. What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? I'd admit, I didn't think of that, Apollo.
Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? No.
Why not?
Because it said it was wiped away. Like, I'm fucking ahead of this whole case.
I'm ahead of all you fuckers.
The record of the murder weapon was very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means someone raped away that print. Which contradicts your whole testimony. If everything happened as you said, he wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol.
Oh, he's unfazed.
That may be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant, he threw down the murder weapon from his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime. Strongly suggests that this was the weapon he disposed of.
That sounds solid to me. Well, Hair Forehead, any of your precious objections?
I hate you.
What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work.
You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't really matter if you have nothing to say.
What do you mean nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said?
Huh? Isn't what obvious?
When he
Oh yeah,
restated
because
what
it can't be the murder weapon. It means there's a different one. Easy.
he restated what he saw. Okay, you seem to have gotten it. He said that he saw Walkie drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Walkie threw away.
You're right.
You're right. Oh, sorry.
Oh, he threw away the knife.
He was just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be so hard to be perfect and yet so wrong.
Someone was hiding in the bushes, shot him from the side of the head. He threw the knife away.
As he thought that he fired a bullet with the knife.
He heard the gunshot. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Just means that someone else shot him.
Hmm.
And we know Walkie had a fucking knife with his fingerprints on it.
Mm-hmm.
That we found at the crime scene. So, it all fits out. Well, it can be said that I'm quite offended. Well, it is indeed siege, but I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
First
this.
in the name of the issue.
What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defendant have anything to say about this? I do.
Well, if what he threw away wasn't a pistol, it had to be something else. At least one person on the defense team seems to be thinking, Hair Forehead? What's in that head of yours? Doesn't seem to be a
you
whole
were at
lot.
the scene of the crime. How did you not see the knife?
Maybe
I was
just
too
want you
busy
to think I
talking
didn't
with
see
that
the knife.
Emma Sky.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy making up my new songs,
Her
banging
eyes
many
remind me
women.
of the freshly fallen snow.
Damn, that's good.
Why that
So
pretty
he has
face
such a
on
way
you?
of words.
Why that pretty fucking smile off your face, Kevin?
Pretty smile with your pretty face, and I'll kiss it off if I have to.
Perhaps you can inform the court of the true nature. Fuck. Perhaps you can inform the court of this true nature of that something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene of the knife?
Knife. Actually, it's a shiv.
Is that a sword?
A sword?
I saw one of those last night in the movie last night. Great, a sleep-deprived judge. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints! A single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, the witness threw down... One, what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Indeed.
Oh, Hair Forehead? You're forgetting two other things you've just proven.
He has two hands. What if he was wearing gloves on one hand, but not the
What
other?
if he was wearing a glove on one hand and no glove on the other hand, and he held the knife in one hand and the gun in the other, and an alien popped out and startled the man pulling the noodle stand, so he looked the other way, and then your guy
What
shot
if
him.
the noodle stand killed him?
What if it was the noodle stand? We don't know. We don't know, Hair Forehead. One, that the man the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Walkie Kit Kat. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim.
Cool. You could get him on attempted murder at most.
Can't really attempt to murder a dead man.
Yeah. Oh. Indeed. Never underestimate Gavin's his lesson here. And this pretty fucking smile. The court of opinion is that our witness was fond of making assumptions. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what actually occurred. With less assuming, please. I'm done reading this fanfiction. It is always the same with you people. Mark the left in the house is afoot and 5 minutes later. What? Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later, his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark to catch up to? Assuming that Mark never left.
What are you talking about, Weasley?
He's talking about assumptions, and like there's so much outside of the problem that you can't really know. You could assume.
Okay.
It's like Mark left the house, and his brother like was catching up to him. How long would it take for his brother to catch up to him? Well, let's assume his brother wasn't actually kidnapped by aliens.
I assume you're a piece of shit, Stickler.
Yes, that's what I said. Assuming. If that were a probable situation at all, yet here you are assuming that my assumption is no better. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify to what happened after he was shot.
After he was shot?
After the shot was fired. Fuck. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you. That's what I'm...
Don't worry, Judge. I'm on it.
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene of the crime. Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, and I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? He was, as you say, a killer. Of course I could have run him down, yes, but what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than aptitude for solving a quadratic equation to know that. Huh.
Did the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not also know that there was no one else there?
I don't believe him.
It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not?
Does it not, Mr. Justice? I better find a way to make him take the testimony down quick. I'm going to review the evidence real quick.
This piece of shit.
What time did the kill happen?
10
p.m.
Looks like.
And last I remember, this stopped at 9 per the clock.
Oh yeah, well, because wasn't it near the car?
Near the car.
Whoa!
Sorry, that was me. I accidentally resized the 3DS window.
Jesus.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Guess I fucking Slender Man there for a second. Jesus Christ.
That is 9, right?
Think?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. So 9:30. Which means there were people there.
I don't know. You think that's his phone or something?
This is the phone we found underneath the car that we found at the Miraculous Clinic, which means Phoenix Wright was hit roughly at 3. Or roughly at 9.
Mm-hmm. 9:30ish.
Yeah. So...
What does that have to do... What does that have to do with...
Then there were people there. Better that he actually wasn't a gunshot, and what we heard was Phoenix getting fucking hit and thrown into the...
I feel like someone getting hit with a car and a gunshot have two kind of different sounds, you know?
I feel like Mr. Stickler likes to assume and doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I think that is a fair assumption.
Okay, well, let's just press everything until something becomes evident. Which way did the killer run? By that time, it was clear that the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran to the opposite direction. That would mean he ran to the opposite direction from the Kit Kat mansion.
Achtung! Don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight.
How did he know that's where I was going? Nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience.
What a you piece of shit.
You were certainly composed for someone who just witnessed a killing. If one is too devoted to one's life into the pursuit of science, one must never flinch at the sight of a little blood. Nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops
one's flask upon the lab room floor.
God, I'll be honest, I'm getting flabbergasted by the amount of shit this dude is talking.
Ooh, cool answer. Very cool.
So nothing strange about the way he acted.
Mm.
Tracy looks like she has something to say. Let's say it.
I will ignore her.
That has never stopped her from talking. Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely the shot to the head, tends to result in death. Ergo, there was no need for me to call an ambulance. Oh, perfect.
Syllogism.
Syllogism. That is a word. A proof in 3 parts. Exquisite? Exquisite?
Yeah, you get.
Exquisite. Simply exquisite. God, I can't read. I'm a writer. How the fuck can I not read? He actually looks like he's going to cry. Trucy just fucking...
Every time we see Trucy, just the intensity gets more fucking crazy.
Can you tell us in detail about these 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could have happened at that moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. Is that all? No one came, nothing happened, not at all. I saw it with which to say, I saw nothing. It was late at night. It is not odd to think that there would be a few people around the park. So we just stood there, watching. How much to go on there? Just see if you got something to say. By all means, say it. I can't find a simple problem with that testimony. I can. It's called Phoenix Wright got fucking hit with a car.
Had enough at last, hair forehead?
No.
Gonna keep on pressing?
Yeah. The defense still has some questions to demand your answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh, let them play attorney until he's satisfied, I say. I will amuse myself by composing my next smash hit in my head.
I go this one. Smash Mouth.
No, we can't take that. That's a work of... It's a work of art. It's a masterpiece.
Very well. You may continue your cross-examination.
We're not a cover band.
I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene of the crime. Nor could I simply leave in the scene. Okay, so... I gotta use himself on the call the police until the police arrive at the station 10 minutes earlier. Alright, so let me go through this again. After 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at 10 p.m. People would have already been there.
Who would have been there?
Phoenix Wright, probably the police or someone, because he got hit with that fucking car at 9:30.
Okay, so check it.
Yeah, okay.
Look at the map. Look at the map again, right?
Map.
Look at it.
Check.
So, the event happened within People Park.
Yeah, People Park.
And the accident happened right outside of it.
So can you see my mouse?
Yeah, I can see it.
Killer would be here, victim here, him here. Killer ran in this direction.
The park isn't that small. The park is a lot bigger.
I know, I'm just saying the killer ran in this direction. And we have to assume that these are connected because this is the evidence we have. Away from his house. Let's get the fucking walkie ran away from his house. The witness is here. Wright got hit outside here.
Mm-hmm.
There would be people.
I feel like didn't they say that Phoenix just got up? Like, Plum said that Phoenix got hit by the car and then just walked to the hospital.
Even then, bam, someone saw Phoenix Wright. But I
Plum saw Phoenix Wright, but that was outside of the place at 9:30.
I don't know. So we... Please, just fucking say something. Or could I simply leave the scene to call the contents? Ergo, I'll use my cell phone to call the police. You don't suppose this is his phone?
Because that would be a bit of an assumption, which we know how much he loves those.
Is there any other information we can find on this phone?
Just a clock.
Your Honor, what do you think about this witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the, I thought... You didn't sound very
No
sure,
dice.
Mr. Justice. Objection overruled.
No dice.
I don't think that won many points with the judge. Okay, first, let's go against all of our evidence that we have so far.
Hmm?
We have noodle stand, knife, bloomers. Well, that's kind of not really relevant. Again, I think the key point of evidence here is fucking Phoenix Wright.
Think so? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Is that what you assume? It's your assumption?
Yeah, no.
Oof.
Alright. You get a hint? I'll use my hint coin in this case.
Hand over the hint coin. Hand it over.
Sawyers.
Thank you very much. That is a good hint coin. All right. So you're not exactly like in the wrong ballpark per se in terms of what you want to present, but you're doing it too early. You don't have enough evidence.
So I'm right. I just can't be right yet.
It is more that we don't have the information that leads us to putting the other puzzle pieces together. You know, you've got puzzle piece 1 and 3, and you haven't put 2 to connect them yet.
Okay. So what should I do?
Well, you were given an out before.
How do I take that out again?
Just go through his testimony, or I maybe press his final statement. That might do it. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month, hair forehead.
Then I haven't have to put Walkie away yet. Should I back off for now? Yeah, okay. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all.
There's plenty fishy about it. It's just...
It appears there are no objections to the witness's current testimony.
There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you.
Give me 2.
Perhaps the killer really was wearing gloves, which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of the pocket. This fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion.
No. No!
Not like a no of defeat, like, no, you're wrong.
It seems we've come to the end of the line here. No. This can't be at all.
How unfortunate. It seems like you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Were you, Hair Forehead?
I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. The court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Walkie-Kataki. Hold it.
Ah!
Trucy,
Nobody move.
what's the meaning of this? Who are you?
There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet.
Wait, are you one of the Katakis? The Katakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? I thought we were talking about the Kit Kats.
If you don't want to see me give this pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say.
Oh, she's doing the fucking puppet trick. Okay.
Join the court for 20 minutes.
But what? This court will not bow to the pressure of the likes of...
Here to judge.
Hmm?
See little point of furthering aggravating this gentleman. Recess, 20 minutes, or I promise you, you'll regret it.
Yeah, this is her fucking wooden doll thing.
Have you seen the doll thing?
I have.
In the game?
No.
Okay. Well, damn. Well, damn it. I wanted to be a surprise.
I know, because you showed me.
God damn it. I'm to the defendant lobby, Apollo.
I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch the mysterious man. To be continued. We can keep going.
I am very good to keep going.
I'm just gonna make a save. No, I'm not gonna save. Fuck you, game. Alright, we're chill. Yeah. Trucy? Trucy!
Move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show.
Trucy, you're okay. I thought...
Oh my god, dude, don't cry. What are you doing?
It's good for nothing, gangsters. There's something that you shouldn't just do. Fuck. I'm pressing charges.
Wait, just calm down, Apollo.
I lied.
Or else... my stand will get you.
What the heck is that?
Surprise.
Very.
This is one of my best tricks. My stand, the amazing Mr. Hat. You look mischievous, darling. I'm sorry, I said marvelous, darling. He's a big hit at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I am a big hit. Ha ha ha. Well, what do you think? Do you like it?
You mean... you... Trucy, there are just some things you don't do here. I'm pressing charges against you.
Apollo, now's not the time to be threatening me. Dude, he's being threatened here.
Huh?
Give me your money. Remember what you said to Walkie's father yesterday? You promised you'd save his son.
But
I was
that
not kidding
testimony
about
was
the money.
rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? I'm not acknowledging you.
Okay. Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will.
Trucy, no more stage abductions, please.
I'm not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident, I can perceive what he's feeling. It may not mean anything, but it's all we've got.
You can see what he's feel.
Think back, Apollo.
Hey, Sean, are
Back,
Trucy and
Apollo.
Apollo related?
Think back, Apollo.
Thank you for ignoring me. I'll take that as I'm right.
No. You're not Phoenix Wright. You're Apollo Justice. Also, no, they don't have the same last name, dumbass.
That means fucking nothing. She was adopted by Phoenix Wright.
How do you know that she was adopted? I told you Miles laid out the egg.
Because there's no way Phoenix Wright got laid.
At the end of Trials and Tribulations, I'm just saying, the girl, what was her name? The lady? Spirit lady? Dahlia's
Maya?
sister. Not Maya. Dahlia's sister. Remember Dahlia's sister?
Nope, let's just continue with this game.
Okay. Think back to the times. Okay.
Sorry. There was a contradiction. I remember? Well, I think I remember, sure.
There were 2 times when he made statements that he wasn't confident in. And each time, there was a contradiction.
In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man at the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene.
He said the man tossed aside a pistol. But it turned out he wasn't sure. And sure enough, there was a contradiction.
Well, that's true, but how does that help us now?
Did you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in,
He read the book.
he displayed a certain habit.
In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. I don't.
Did you see it? The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense and he fiddled with the corner of his page in his book.
How am I supposed to see that?
Well, I could see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker?
What?
Not a very flattering image of Phoenix. I
Shit,
always
that's
said
Phoenix?
I think it's supposed to be Phoenix.
I thought there was that one criminal dude from Ace Attorney Investigations. The one that's like, I made new chess pieces.
Oh my god. I always sit next to Daddy during big matches. I could see what his opponents were feeling.
You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games?
It's not cheating, officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. I wasn't there all the time either. Eddie's quite good at poker after all, but not good enough to go undefeated that long.
Great, so he cheated. Well, what does that have to do with us? I can't believe this.
You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth.
Watch the testimony and perceive the truth? The only thing I'm perceiving is I'm going to lose.
Not true, dummy. Daddy said so. He said that you have the power, Apollo.
Mr. Wright said that? Watch the testimony, perceive his true feelings. Is she serious?
Time's up! Sorry, I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. Except for, just...
Staging a kidnapping.
Go on. I mean, we could just kill him.
Maybe. What was all that she said before the trial started?
I could
Mr.
unleash
Wright's not
the
here tonight.
goose. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yep, he smiled when he said we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy.
Oh god, she's my sidekick now. Is that what he meant by fine? Well, methods aside, she did avoid a guilty verdict for her, right now at least. Time will show this guilt. Fuck. Time will show the court when I'm officially made of. Get ready for justice.
Get ready for... He sounds like a fucking Power Ranger. I love it.
Let's do it.
Apollo.
You know, I'm starting to think I can actually do this.
I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can.
I will not.
I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired.
Right.
I love Mr. Hat.
I can tell.
I can tell that you don't like Mr. Hat.
I never said shit.
I can tell.
Yeah,
You look at him with
perceive that?
the eyes of a scorned lover.
Sean, you can't even see me.
I can perceive.
Court is now back in session. Right, we're fine. Ahem. I like to say to the young lady sitting next to you, Mr. Justice.
Oh, you mean me?
Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Right, don't worry about him, I settled that.
I settled that.
You settled that. Yes, it was, out-of-court statement, right.
Perhaps Fräulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's on to me.
I wish you would stop being so cruel.
Just dispense with the niceties and get straight to the matter.
Here's a question I gotta ask you. Are they on the wrong side of the fucking... I remember Phoenix being on that side of the courtroom. And then Miles being on the other side. Were they flipped?
Yeah, in the anime, I also recall them being flipped.
No, not in the anime. I mean, like, the games.
I don't...
That's always, like, when they had, like, the zoom out in the beginning of the cases, I don't remember them being on that side of the room.
Yeah, I think they've been... Yeah, you're right. I think they've been flipped.
Huh.
No, because sometimes... I remember in investigations, they also flipped them. No, I get... No. No, they're not flipped.
Oh, they're not. I'm just dumb.
No, I'm also dumb, because I'm not sure either. No, they definitely weren't flipped. They're definitely not
like
flipped.
a lot of fan art where it's like they're on the other side, and it's just
Yeah, I am noticing
confusing.
that as well. I don't get it. Pretty sure they're stupid.
This is some motherfucking Mandela ass effect. Anyway.
Yeah. Berenstein.
What are your
Bears,
plans
that
for the
shit.
gifted witness? Right. The defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. There was no issue with the previous testimony. I will grant you your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for this time. Understood, Your Honor.
Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book.
Like that, right there.
Abs.
I cannot prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor can I simply leave the scene without any good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes earlier, and I saw I fucking had it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all.
Focus, Apollo. Find his weak spot.
I already found his weak spot. If only it was that easy.
Earlier.
My ears hear what he says, but my eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have?
I have to taste him.
Wait a minute. What's this? My bracelet. I like the music. What's going on?
I also really like the music.
My bracelet feels different somehow.
I think Daddy was right. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? We're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony.
I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet's trying to tell me something.
It has to do with his bracelet.
Was it given to him by his magic dad?
I don't know.
Don't believe
We
you.
will find that out.
I'm not gonna simply leave this in good conscience. Ergo, I use my cell phone to call the present, or push, I guess, because I can't press. So, you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them?
Wait, Apollo. This has to be it.
Wait, do you mean his habit?
Yeah, the thing I just said. We don't got a flashback, guys.
Flashback!
We all know. We are all aware of the thing.
Man, Ace Attorney is really made so you could stop at any moment and just pick it right back up.
I mean, yeah, that is its benefit. Yeah.
With constant flashbacks. It's like Naruto.
It is like Naruto.
Every time we had the book open, there was something. Which means he had the place... which means this is the place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know.
No what?
That you're a fool.
I'm no fool.
It's my bracelet. It's different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness.
Your bracelet?
I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you're talking about, Trucy, but I have a feeling that trusting with my bracelet is the way to go. Oh, there's a bracelet button.
It's a bracelet button.
Okay, now I just need to touch the bracelet. What's going on?
Bracelet button.
I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly, it's filling my mind.
These
See
fucking
nothing else I can
pores.
hear, nothing else.
Apollo.
Trucy, what's happening to me?
You're entering the law dimension.
Oh no. Focus.
Look out. It's real boring. In this state, you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does.
That's great, but this is kind of freaking me out.
Your
Judge,
forehead's having a stroke over there.
I was gonna say, Judge, I think this dude is fucking chipping.
Trucy, I'm flipping the fuck out. I'm entering the law dimension. You got it. Right now, you're looking at the witness's face. Like, real close. You're, like, up in his face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out.
I bet they are.
First, move your focus of the attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand.
His hand?
You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place.
She's right. I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint. Man, I would love an Ace Attorney game where they, like, give you all the evidence off rip, and then you actually have to solve the mystery, instead of, like, this fucking backwards
Finding
ass.
it in court.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, a lot of it is, like, you get to solve a lot of it with the evidence that you find through investigation, but a lot of the evidence, like, it's just how the twists are made, you know? I feel like you might get a lot out of The Great Ace Attorney, because there are some cases that are just investigation based.
I think it would be interesting. It'd also be just kind of nice if, like, you had everything, like, off rip, and then you had to, like, use all of your instances to piece it together. Like, you weren't told what his, like,
A lot of the
his weaknesses.
a lot of the for sure. This kind of thing where it's like it tells you kind of like, oh hey, this statement seems a little weird. It like it isn't as prevalent in the first 3 games, and it kind of shows up here, but in Dual Destinies and from what I've heard, Spirit of Justice, it gets really bad in terms of like, man, didn't this particular statement seem a little bit weird?
Yeah, especially when I already kind of know what the twist is.
Yeah. Also, in this case, it is acting very much as like an introduction to this mechanic, the eye thing. So it also has to like walk you through how this works, which for a game with only 4 cases, it kind of hurts to have the second case be almost tutorial part 2, you know?
Yeah, alright. All ready for what?
Ready to perceive the truth behind the twitch.
Perceive.
Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit.
Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page.
That's right! That's your signal to look closer, to perceive. Find his weak spot, and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush.
Spoken like a true pokerhead, daughter.
I'm a magician, thank you very much.
So I have to pay attention to his words and pay attention to his fingers.
Don't worry if you miss it, you can always try again.
Right. Just look out, just look for the nervous twitch, and here comes the justice. There go. I used my cell phone.
Gotcha!
It wasn't hard. Hi.
There are some
Son.
later that are pretty hard to find, I gotta
Just
say.
now, I could see it. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? All this banging of desks, it's quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? I'm curious about this cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask?
Ask for his number.
What model of phone? I was wondering, can you tell me what model of cell phone you own? What for?
Why not tell him? It's not some matter of national security, I'm sure.
Now you see, this would be the point when someone would say, this makes no fucking sense. Let's objection this bitch.
Nah, fuck it. Talk about this cell phone. He's the page. You're talking about the page. This guy's a riot. Nor does it have anything to do with this case. Take it to the lobby, gentlemen.
Mr. Justice, our current market is flooded with generic brand cell phones. Please, ask a question with a little bit more market for trends, please.
Would have guessed the judge was up on his cell phone industry trends.
Who would have
He's
guessed I'd get
invested in
chewed out for
Apple.
asking a simple question? What to ask? Ask to see his phone. Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Why? Whatever for? Show me, and you'll find out. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see? You don't have it. Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone?
The game just
Where did you
does
get-
it for you because it's obvious at that point.
What? Dude, I
It was-
literally could have been like, hey, is this your phone? And he did skip 30 minutes.
Nah.
Yow, where did you get that?
It's the phone from yesterday.
Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath the tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here.
We were eating sandwiches yesterday. Our
How
mouths were
strange,
full.
Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here, in my hand at this very moment? Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this? This cell phone was found yesterday in the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus... Why, that's the victim. That's where the victim lived. That's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? And if your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? Weuk.
Wyuk. My favorite Death Note character is Wyuk.
It is true. I didn't have my cell phone that night. That is why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone. A payphone? So you didn't call on your cell phone after all?
Why was there so much contempt in your voice for payphone?
Just
A payphone.
you're poor.
You poor piece of shit.
Just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler?
I own a cell phone, I just lost it.
Well, it indicated with a
You have spare change on you at all
high
times, you
degree of
disgust
accuracy.
me. Oh, sorry.
It was right around here. That's quite away from the park. But why did you lie? There can be only one reason. He didn't want the cart. Why?
Cart.
He
You didn't want the cart.
No, not that. Just he didn't want the court to know he'd lost his cell phone because it was found in the victim's garage. But what are you saying, Mr. Stickler? You broke into the Maractus Clinic in the garage the night of the murder. The cell phone tells it all.
Oh. It's Apollo's theme. Oh, this shit, dude.
But that's ridiculous. That makes it sound like I snuck into the fellow's garage to commit some crime. As if though I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Well, yes, but no. This line of reasoning has to be against the rules.
Aiden? I have a very specific request,
Hmm.
and I'm sorry that I keep asking these things of you.
You're fine.
You know that one video of the dog dancing? His head is going back and forth.
Play to Apollo theme.
Yeah,
Assistant,
it's my
make his
favorite.
dream come true.
Oh, oh my god! It's everything I dreamed of and more. I fucking love Apollo's theme so goddamn much, dude. Holy shit. Oh,
Yes,
man.
it is true. I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped on the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicion about the connect. I
Yeah, you
already
should-
solved this.
You should check the DMs.
God, I already solved this fucking case. That's me right now.
Hell yeah. Okay.
I'm already a fucking Oh!
Oh!
I appear to have closed Desime.
No! Aiden! Aiden! Aiden, you didn't.
I did. Luckily.
You made a save state fairly recently, I remember.
Yep.
We can just skip past this. We can have operator put up a little technical difficulties sign.
Operator.
I mean, sorry, the assistant.
You want my D&D character to do this?
No, absolutely not. He's a wacko tobacco man.
He pancake dude.
He
God.
did pancake that one time.
God, this fucking game. I love Ace Attorney so much. I do. Why does it suck?
What do you mean?
I solved it. I did it. I fucking did it. It was like, this is your phone. And it's like, what do you mean?
That is absurd. I mean,
Literally,
yeah,
Apollo
it's that.
could have been like, hey, if Apollo didn't stop stuttering, I could have like been like, oh, this is your phone, right?
So the thing, like, there are for sure moments where, like, where there's shit like that, where you, even, like, as the player, as the character, you should just be able to assume that this leads into this, and you shouldn't have to present a second piece of evidence beforehand. But play devil's advocate. For the character of Apollo, he just found this fucking phone there. It's hard for him to assume, based on nothing, that this phone is this guy's phone.
I mean, admittedly, it wasn't based on nothing. It was based on very shoddy timing and evidence. Which is enough for Ace Attorney to be like, hey, let's make a wild guess and then back it up with, like, random points of conjecture.
That is true.
Yeah, which is what Phoenix Wright did all the fucking time.
That is his bread and butter.
I wish there was a skip button. Maybe there's like a
Have you started? Did you throw it?
Huh?
Did you start playing it again?
Oh, I didn't stream it to you.
Okay.
Gotta remind me of that because I'm gonna forget.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so we're still kind of far.
Yeah, we're a bit back.
So here's the thing with this game, right? At the very, like, when we started playing this, I said, like, oh, this is one of my favorite Ace Attorney games ever. It's because I really fucking love Apollo, and I really love Trucy, and I love Phoenix in this game, even though he's fucking wacky and shit.
Oh, I love him too.
The first case, I think, is one of the best cases in the series, personally. This case is like, the following case, the case that comes after this, I'm just warning you now.
It sucks.
It's one of the, like, it's infamously bad. It's one of the worst in the series.
Can you give me like a rundown without spoilers?
rundown of like how bad it is.
Yeah.
It starts off fine, and it's like, oh hey, Mr. Hat. It starts off fine, and it's important to the plot and what have you, which is not always the case for case 3 cases, but um during the end bit, there are huge leaps in like logic that you're just expected to make to allow the things that are happening to make sense, and not just like a Phoenix Phoenix is bluffing his out of his ass kind of shit. Like you really insane things are said and expected to be seen as truth and seen to be like assumed to be taken seriously, and then the final case is very like it's a controversial case. A lot of people either really like it or really don't like it. I personally really enjoy it, but there are people.
So,
it's very different from a lot of other cases.
I just want to put this out there. The dude in the right agency, the guy in the photo, that's absolutely Trucy's dad.
Is that your guess?
Magician
why
clothes.
Do you magician clothes? So what? All magicians are related? That's fucked up.
You want to make another leap in logic that I'm probably right about?
What was that?
I'm going to, based on the knowledge that we don't know Trucy's dad, we know nothing about her. She shows up randomly. She is definitely not Phoenix Wright's biological daughter.
Whoa!
And whoa. We're not done yet.
Okay.
Remember in the last case, the victim had a photo of Trucy.
Yes.
Was that Trucy's dad?
I'm not going to tell you anything.
I'm cutting it out of the video.
On. I'm not going to tell... I'm not going to tell you anything. I will say things are more complicated as they seem in terms of Trucy.
I mean, it's either that or like fucking Apollo's dad.
We'll see what happens.
You got very quiet there.
We'll see what happens.
My basis for why they're related is mystical magical powers that are very the same. Like the fucking the like that clan of people that are like spirit mediums.
Here's something though, right? Trucy seems to just be able to perceive things whenever, but Apollo specifically feels it in his bracelet. So there might be something else going on there. Maybe it's a familial thing, maybe it's like something else. Who is to say? Perhaps we'll learn more about it later.
I do remember from the Brendan Barber video of fucking Ace Attorney explained Apollo has many backstories that aren't really explained and are kind of convoluted.
Yes. Yeah. There's one in this game. There's another in Dual Destinies.
Tell me the one in Dual Destinies, because I'm not gonna play that game.
So, again, I haven't played it in a bit, but from what I remember, when Apollo was in law school, he was very good friends with an astronaut, who we never see in this game, and who is never like talked about or mentioned, and that's kind of it from what I recall.
So how does it like contradict with this game though?
It doesn't really contradict with this game. It's just
kind of like it's like if they introduced Larry in the second game.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. We were led to assume a lot of things about Apollo's life based on things in this game. And one of them was not he was friends with an astronaut. It was like deep friends with an astronaut for all of his life. I'm
gonna make a save.
Good thinking. And then in the second game, or rather in Spirit of Justice, from what I've heard, they give him another like childhood friend, uh, who, and also he was like orphaned or something, or rather he was like adopted in this family or some shit. I don't know. I haven't played that game. I plan to at some point, but I
So what's
have
with
not
Athena
yet.
Sykes?
Athena Sykes was she has this device called the mood matrix where while reading someone's testimony she can like analyze their heartbeat and their like general emotional state, and deduce when statements don't match up with the emotions that are being given. Like if someone says,
I meant based like more around like her trauma and shit, because
oh,
I know she's one of the few people with like the black chain links.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
which the other one being Christoph Gavin.
yeah. So this ain't being in the video, right? I don't want to spoil.
No. I'm skipping.
So, yeah, she again, Dual Destiny's knowledge is very shoddy.
Let me see how much Dual Destinies is right now.
Well, it was a.
Yes, I have my
So
3DS on me at all times.
the issue with that is that it was a eShop exclusive game. And so you could still definitely get it. I think it was about like $30. But you would need to get.
Ooh, I like
Have we
this like
caught up?
somber theme. No, we're not.
Okay.
But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so Athena, again, from what I remember, Athena was a part of a big murder case when she was a child. And it was something along the lines of like, this guy, Simon Blackquill, was convicted of the murder of her parents. And she was convinced that Simon did it. But in reality, she had a bigger part to play in the murder than she perceived.
She killed her parents.
Yeah, I think.
Huh.
Or something along those lines where she had like a very direct part in their deaths. And so she to like, you know, protect herself from like the knowledge that she fucking killed her parents, she lied to herself so much that she believed it to be true, and that's what creates the black psych links.
This is an Amori moment.
It's very much an Amori moment.
I'm pulling up the eShop.
I'm also looking at the eShop.
Like $2.06 available.
I have 22 cents. Yeah, it's $30. You know what else is $30? Professor
Apollo
Layton
Justice.
versus Phoenix Wright.
No.
Is Apollo Justice?
No,
Oh,
it's
it's $20. Yeah.
I was just making an estimation.
You want to get Destinies?
I have no way of recording it.
There's a demo.
I have
You
no
could
way of
download-
recording it.
Huh?
I don't have a way of recording it.
Oh, right.
I don't have one of the
Right.
3DSs with a capture card.
God, that sucks.
Yeah, maybe this is a good 3DS emulator.
I'll look for one, honestly. If you want to play like I
Maybe.
have been looking for an excuse to play Dual Destinies again.
Alright, I think
I would
we're
be happy to
caught up
play.
enough. Do
Mhm.
you remember
Okay.
where we were?
Kind of. I remember the theme was playing. I remember. Oh, yep. No, okay, we're back. Perfect. Put the dog and the goose back on screen.
Alright, good. But that's
Thank
ridiculous.
you.
It makes it sound like I snuck into the fellow's garage to commit some crime. As if though I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Well, yes, but no. This line of reasoning has to be against the rules. Yes, it's true I lost my phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Here we go. Then I got angry because I was like, fuck it, I already solved this fucking case.
Oh, sorry. Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime.
Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Shut up, Apollo. Yes, you do.
And you prove that the cell phone was dropped on the night of murder.
Of course I have evidence.
Ooh, I like your swagger hair, forehead. Hit it!
The court will now see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Please hit it as they say.
Yeah, Judge.
The evidence? Ignore. Why? I'm now back on flat, full meter. I'm just great. Or does that change per case?
Oh, I suppose you are full meter now.
Huh.
Oh,
Anyway.
no, because you came back after recess.
Oh, okay. That just gives me a full thing. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
No comment, Herr Judge.
No dice, Mr. Justice. Penalty.
Apollo, remember where we found the cell phone? If it had fallen out on the ground before the night.
That's right. Cell phone would have been crushed. Your Honor, one more chance, please.
What did you present?
The cell phone.
Okay. But you know what to present now, right?
It's the car, right?
Yeah.
God. I thought the time on the
no,
phone was
I don't
good enough.
know. It could be anything. I shouldn't tell you. Shit.
You're not getting my hint coins.
Ah, shit. All right, you get that one for free.
Okay. That's a side view mirror. As so it happens, Dr. Maractus' car was in an accident that took the place the night of the murder. An accident? An accident.
An accident?
It happened a little after 9 p.m. outside People Park on our murder scene. Dr. Maractus' car hit a pedestrian. What are you trying to say? From the absence of the mirror, it was clear that the car was parked after the accident. Which means it was parked after 9 p.m. of the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in the garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying right on the ground underneath the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Ergo, Mr. Stickler. The only time you could have dropped this in the garage was after 9 p.m.
Yeah, baby! Woo! I fucking love this theme.
Mr. Stickler, you know what that means. You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected, Mr. Justice. Are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Pal Maractus? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, please say something.
I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Pal Maractus.
Other than his phone being in the car.
It is, other than this. That thing you just had a conniption about.
I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. Revelatory?
Revelatory.
I was unaware that was a word.
Revelatory. It's revelatory. It's revelatory. I was wrong.
Revelatory.
It's revelatory.
I also was unaware that was a word. Is the witness prepared? Yes, Your Honor. I know that face. That's a face of guilt.
Also, I really like the Amori art you sent. That's
Thank
very
you.
good.
I'm a playable person now.
Cool.
Stickler's true. By the way, I do want to put this out there.
Mhm.
If we were to do the Amoria ones again, I'd skip all the filler that we've already done and just get to the new shit.
I think that
Of
would be
that way.
best.
Yeah. All right. Good. That night, yes, I went to the supermarket. I must have lost my cell phone on my way back. I wonder if he's nervous.
Hmm.
And then when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. Hey, I saw the killer, the victim in the stand, after all, it's clear as day. Even though we've proven you haven't. It was him, I saw the defendant at the scene. I believe he was there. With a knife. Yes, but your cell phone was lying in a garage. Ah, yes, well, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It was given a rolling. Quite a pain when I drop it all. What? 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 What?
It is given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it along. He's claiming that the cell phone rolled away.
Yeah, this really is a fucking Ace Attorney game. It looks like a normal cell phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, can you prove?
Can you prove that he's wrong?
That's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during the testimony.
His nervous habit must not be acting up.
I literally saw it.
I didn't sense anything either, actually. Looks like you're on your own this time around.
Alright, I'm on my own here. Stickler's truth. I believe that. That's when you pass in the front of the Maractus clinic. No, I just don't care anymore.
I just don't.
Why, yes, that's correct.
That was pretty suspicious.
Quit looking at the
That
eShop,
was a
dude.
pretty suspicious pause there.
Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a bit more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Of course. The supermarket is here along the main road. My way home is here. That takes me past the Maractus clinic. This is probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, whoa, I walked unaware of my loss. And then walked right here into that fateful park. And when I was walking through the park, I just happened to witness the crime. This part of the testimony is key, I know it. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? Noodle stand!
Ooh. Good question. Noodle stand, alright.
Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, it has been observation of healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said... noodle. Yes, that was it. But someone trying to remember something quite well, you sure took a while to tell us. And thank you for telling us that the noodle stand sells noodles. Very enlightening. Very well, Mr. Justice. I bet that sign could be important. Doesn't say noodle.
What does it say on the other side? There's a noodle. Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon spelled his name backwards on this side.
I think it says noodle.
As in Eldoon's noodles? Oh, sorry. That's your name. Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it backwards or forwards.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the S's.
And how about a store called Team Meat?
Huh. Close, but it would be TM meat. Backwards. And what kind of store would that be?
Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's Team Meat.
Gross. So he said he just read noodles. Which doesn't make sense, because noodles would be facing this way. We know that that's not how the... Yeah, it's very important.
Extremely important.
So the sign on the noodle stand said, noodle.
Well
It
done.
appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. As is the noodle stand's broth. Is it really that delicious? I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days.
You might have a heart attack.
I think it's worth adding to the testimony as well. Whatever sort of noodles... Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells can't match up to the IVU. That's a lie. That's a lie. College food is gross.
College food... Well, you know what? In my experience, college food is gross.
Then
If
again,
it's
yeah,
at the cafeteria.
Yeah, that's fair. Some apply to the school merely to taste our smart noodles. I'm not reading that. I don't want to taste this dude's smart noodles. Well, that's just wrong. See? Can't be noodle.
Well, present it then. Why don't you?
It doesn't match the diagram.
What are you gonna do about it, smart ass?
Present it and be right.
No,
And you're
present it and
absolutely
be
sure
justice.
it's red noodle. Why, last week my professor offered me this praise. Fuck. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. Eat red, without a doubt. Noodle. I see. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Is this pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing... here.
Bong bong.
Was it? Although, it would be a little bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd tell you to please take another look at the stand. And to carefully read what the other sign says. See?
Is Eldoon.
The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldoon. Inconceivable. I'm certain it said Noodle, for sure. Positive. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight.
Oh.
I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witness says the sign says Noodle. He saw it right. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot for you to read the sign, where it'd be read the way Mr. There is one spot from where the sign could be read from the way Mr. Stickler claims. What? Mr. Justice, show us that spot. The witness actually viewed the stand from this location. Here.
In there? Okay.
The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldoons, as we know. However, when flipped, it says Noodle.
It's Noodle, baby.
Observe the other side of the stand. Oh, this ice is noodles, which means Kentucky ran home.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and the back signs. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed the crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Yeah, you got me.
Wow, you fucking got me. Clap the air.
That's me getting in here.
Oh my god, I fucking love him. So what?
So what?
What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or south side? It makes no difference at all.
He's right. Travel far enough south and you'll eventually... kill yourself.
No, you can't say that to him.
Views on a global scale directions are utterly without meaning. Actually, maybe he's right. What does it change?
Changes everything, Apollo.
It does.
Let me fucking spell it out for you if you didn't pick it up already.
I hate you.
Remember his testimony from before? But to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. Boo! killer and the victim... Sorry, I'm yawning. Oh, shit.
Me too.
The killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, at the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts.
Oh yeah, he would have looked left.
At which point, the victim turns his head to look. The killer fires his pistol. Ow. Got him. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. Let me just completely spell it out for you. No contradictions, right?
Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario.
Holy shit. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, the victim looks in his direction. Clink. The bullet would have to hit him in his left temple.
Ah.
In other words, someone standing at the point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible.
That's right.
So now that we know, geez, hey, I'm kind of doing your job here, Apollo. Do you do you want to step in, or should
Tracy,
I take it from
I pieced
here?
together this case a moment ago. You finish.
Okay, all right, I got this. So now that we know that Mr. Stickler was standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you're absolutely correct, Fräulein. You're so smart, Fräulein, unlike the forehead one right there.
I literally pieced it together, and then she said it, and you were just like, "Oh,
Well,
okay,
you
this makes
didn't say
complete
it, though. You didn't say it. If you wanted, if you wanted the credit, you could have said it.
sense." What meaning?
Just saying.
Yeah, fuck you, Justice.
Fuck you, Justice. He takes out a Snickers bar and eats it. The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north.
North. Ah. Well, that's where the witness was. That's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, was standing.
Correct. So, if he was standing to the north, the only person here who could have shot the victim in the right temple is Mr. Stickler himself.
Yaugawa.
Yo, what the? Yaugawa.
I don't know. Order! Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. She flipped the whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out.
Yeah, for sure. Still figuring it out. Wham! Clarify 1 point for me if you would, Herr Forehead.
What now?
Are you truly accusing this college student of murder?
Yes. Well, I can't say exactly he looks innocent, but something still doesn't feel right. Just to clarify, I don't think he's the real killer.
Why don't you think he's the real killer?
Because Ace Attorney likes to do this thing where they introduce the killer in the last moment.
Ah.
No, please, looks aside, I'm a really nice guy. All my friends say so. Let's hear what he has to say. What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? Accuse another of the crime. We're just gonna make a.
You're gonna say, yeah, I think maybe that might be best. So, who are you gonna accuse?
Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why now. The word confession isn't in my dictionary.
Herr Forehead. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate Herr Stickler's silence.
Mr. Justice, did you not say that you were accusing the witness just now? For a crime other than murder, your reason? The court's all ears. I know he's guilty of something, but what other the crime is murder? There is no other crime than murder. To have evidence to involve someone else in the crime? Your evidence. The court's eyes are all pointed on you, Justice. Show us the evidence that points to the witness's involvement in the crime.
In a crime. Oh, whoa, whoa, Jesus Christ!
Something else to say, Mr. Justice? One more chance, please? By all means, your effort wasn't wasted. Look, a brand new penalty. God, I know he's guilty of something. It was the wrong panties.
What, you think he's... You think he's the one?
Yeah. This is bullshit.
Got to present the other panties!
The evidence is this. What is that, other than women's underwear?
Hey, those are mine!
He was doing a thing.
I was doing a thing.
Don't look at me like that!
Look at me like that!
Order, order, order! Me a pizza. I'm very hungry. Mr. Stickler, while I can't look... Well, I can't
more
say...
of a Burger Shack guy myself.
Well, I can't say this comes to as a shock. It's not what it seems. By Porigulus... On the night of the murder past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she chases him, but the snatcher flees and hides himself into no other place than the Maractus Clinic's garage. Incidentally...
Why is he laughing?
I don't know. It's funny. Incidentally, the panties are found in the exhaust pipe of that car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime.
That's why he had to present the other ones, because it was found in a different location.
Dumb. There we go.
I
You may not be a murderer. You are guilty of panty snatching of the first degree.
Your sentence, death.
Your sentence being a creep forever. Order, order, order! Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it seems like. Oh, he's dead. Oh, is his hat stuck in the fucking...
His hat is stuck.
So, are we to understand that you are silent not because you are guilty of murder, but that you lack the courage to admit that you are a pervert? Perhaps you are not aware of the school's name is originally written IV. IV stands for intelligent, V stands for Valiant?
Valiant.
Valiant, thank you. Your point? I'm not done. I'm a major in the science department. What does science teach if not curiosity? Yes, we have the IV. He's gonna defend his actions. Yes, we of the IVU, the science department, are valiantly curious. No challenge is too daunting. What greater challenge in science is there than mystery? Come on, you're talking about a girl's panties here.
He's just saying he thinks they're really cool.
No, you do not understand. A mystery is unknown. This is like one of those fucking animes where they're all perverts, but they're like basically This is like the prison school. You seen Prison School?
I have not seen Prison School.
There's a scene when it's like, what's better, ass or boobs? And a dude's like, ass, and he like explains like a 13 billion year essay of why they were the reason of like creation.
He's gonna get to it. It's not as simple as he's a pervert.
I don't believe you.
But he's gonna get to it.
And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, this Oh.
Say the line, Bart.
And my friends, when it comes to those mysteries, these panties are as the promised land. For the moment I laid my eyes on them, I was complied to investigate for science. A full-size car tire. Huh. A tire? Yes, I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of them. But that's not all. First it was a tire, then a stew pot, then a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic.
Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar.
Huh?
He's talking about my magic panties trick.
I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties. It mocks the very laws of physics.
See, he's not a pervert. He's a scientist, and he's like, how the fuck? How does all of that doesn't make sense? How does
better,
that work?
but it's not better for me.
It's not good enough.
A broom, a frozen chicken, Trucy. Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole this girl's panties to understand a magic trick. You say I don't want to say this.
You have to.
You say panties, but they are more than that. For me, they are an object of serious study.
Yes. Operator, can we get that replayed 3 times in a row? I'm sorry, I mean, assistant. Fuck, I keep saying operator. God damn.
Yeah, they both have TV-based powers.
They are, yeah. I wonder. There has been a recent rash of panty snatching in the area. Were they all you?
I'm sorry, but I did it for science. Each time I spied a pair of panties flapping in the breeze,
And that did chase me through the streets, I wept tears of joy. Perhaps the night that I will seize the truth that lies within these panties. Yet woe is I, for once again the lacy-hearted pattern truth slipped through my fingers.
Still, this leaves one thing unexplained.
Ah, you refer to our witness's other lie, yes? Witnesses claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north.
Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? It's because the other pair. They were in the trash.
Be my guest, Herr Forehead.
Me?
Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Have you no idea? Apollo, there was something about the way the diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't that... Do you need me to fucking spoon-feed you the answer?
Did it, Trucy.
Trucy?
I'm so ahead of this case. I even said he was the pervert in the beginning.
You had to show the right panty.
The evidence that shows why he lied is this. What? More
You have to
panties?
establish that he's a panty snatcher to then connect him to the other pair of panties. How many panties are you carrying in your pocket there, Forehead?
I can assume less than yours.
Yeah.
These are the last honest. These were found in the trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram, we can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you did it. Alas, I am a failure as a scientist. I cannot unravel the mysteries in the universe as I cannot unravel a pair of panties. So these panties are your handiwork as well. That night I had been chased and hounded through the Maractus Clinic garage. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my
Jesus Christ.
Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I hid in the garage for a short while, then abandoning the panties, I made a run home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance.
Oh, you know where she works. That's good. That's completely
It's also
normal
where she lives.
behavior.
Well, I saw them hanging by the clothesline by a giant mansion. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. I had them safe in my pocket, ready to take them home, when I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. Maractus. I'd reported what I had seen when I waited for the police to arrive. I got scared. What if they had searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but that had to be borne.
Stickler, a man is dead.
A fascinating, if disturbing tale.
Like, what? Ugh. Stay clear.
I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close, and I'm
Well,
more
we've
than
made
pleased
good
to dismiss
progress
this
today.
witness remains. Oh, was it the girlfriend? It was the girlfriend. One last thing.
One last thing, if I might. That was my stunt double. Say hi, Jimmy.
Hey.
This is Jimmy. Jimmy, you want to do a little solo number real quick? I'll let you do it.
I'll take over.
Yeah, go for it, Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna take over for me for a minute. Here's Jimmy.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin? Or Jimmy? Regardless of today's where we ended... fuck. Regardless of where
You
we ended
fucked
today.
up, Jimmy. You
sorry,
fucked
sorry.
up, Jimmy. I gave you your one chance, and you fucked it up right away.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
Jimmy.
go back under the desk.
Let's go back to the trailer, Jimmy. I don't want to see you right now. Sorry about that, Air Judge. Regardless of where we ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, the defendant, Walkie Kit Kat, was at the scene of the crime. And he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Just one more thing. Walkie Kit Kat's a clear motive.
Indeed, the defendant Walkie Kit Kat is still the prime suspect of the case. If only a suspect, in fact, assuming there was no one else at the scene of the crime. It was the girlfriend. Had to be the girlfriend.
Why was it the girlfriend?
She'd do anything.
You did steal a lot of your stuff.
Yeah, simple. Yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound at the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests further investigation from both the defense and prosecution.
Yeah, baby.
No problem. Very well, this brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is now adjourned.
Whew. You want to call it there?
Yep. I'm gonna probably split this up into a few episodes anyway.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
Yo.
Do you prefer, when it comes to your mystery stories, like Ace Attorney or what have